Today, we're going to be seeing how the AI have evolved for F1 22. Shout out to EA for making this video possible. So I've got a number of hours in the F1 2021 game then, and today I'm going to be doing some live commentary on the 22 game, starting from the back of the grid, to get a feel for how the AI behaviours change, if they defend better, if they attack better, how they are on the start, all those kind of things. Because realistically, I think probably most people play the game against AI. Certainly almost all of my time is spent against driving against AI. So I think this is going to be a really important topic for most of you guys who are interested in this game. So let's get into it. So here we go then, jumping straight in. I don't believe these are the final menus, but I just thought I'd show you it from the very beginning here. We're going to use Austria because that's a circuit that is very easy to overtake in theory, so it should be easy to get past unless AI defend particularly well. We're going to run the Ferrari because that's going to be one of the best performance cars in the game. As Carlos Sainz, let's try and change his luck. No assists, as always. We're going to do a 25% distance race. Clear weather, we don't want any wet weather in this particular one because this is purely an AI test. We'll go for the broadcast pit stop, which is effectively the new style. Formation lap, we'll switch that on as well, and again we'll actually I'll go to the broadcast as well. We're going to go full broadcast mode on this one. We'll put the AI on, I'm thinking 100. I don't really know if that's about the right level, but I reckon that's roughly right. Hopefully give us a chance against AI. And there we go, that'll do. Collisions on, let's just get on with it. Here we go then, race day. So we've seen a very similar intro to what we saw in last year's game, but I've got Alex Jax selected as a commentator, so that's now a choice. You can go over David Croft, and I do prefer Alex. I think he's a fantastic commentator, but other than that, pretty similar stuff. Here we go then, on the grid once again, quite similar. You get the little facts there in the bottom left, but quite similar to last year's game really, nothing too much different. And here we go onto the grid. So, race strategy then, a nice easy one stop. I'm going to run the default setup, whatever it chooses for me, which this particular incident is preset 4, which is a slightly lower downforce, better top speed setup. Right, come on guys, let's get on with it. Just before we get into the race, I'm going to very quickly ask you to please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm on the road to 100k subs, trying to hit 100k by the end of the year, so your help to reach that target will be much appreciated. Let's get into the race. I thought I was very start for a second. It's the immersive formation lap. When the lights started coming on, I thought, hang on, what's this? This is completely brand new. Of course, they have also introduced, sorry, this isn't immersive, this is the broadcast style formation lap. They have also introduced the immersive style formation lap, which is basically the same except for you now drive into your pit box. So just in a few seconds here of the formation lap, just to kind of build up some hype, because in real life, of course, the formation lap does build up quite a bit of hype. And looks like that's about it. Coming through the final turn now, we can see us actually pulling into the grid spot. Not a great camera angle this, I won't lie, just watch out. Here we go, this is a bit better. At least we can actually see ourselves pulling into the grid spot now. Now, they're not very even at the moment. I wonder if they're going to all even up before. And of course, if you do the immersive mode, you can change your angle and stuff. And I don't know if it's even them up, actually. It hasn't evened them up, look. One of the cars ahead is very uneven. Anyway, race start here. Let's see how the AI are on this race start. Much more difficult to get a good race start on this year's game. Not good there. Massive amount of wheel spins. Can we dive on the Stroll's kind of gone to the inside? That's quite similar. Oh god, just good it stopped. That's quite similar to last season. AI will just sometimes dive up the inside. It seemed largely similar, but to be fair though, I've not gained any positions despite going up the inside there. Where was my bad exit? I'm not too sure. Now here was a position you were able to gain massively up the inside. No, they're using a lot more track. I've still got up the inside, but they used a lot more track there. That was massively improved over previous year's games. Previously, you were able to absolutely fly up the inside there. They would all just be 2x2 on the inside, and you could just fly over the inside, no problem at all. Here I'm thinking, okay, they're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go up the inside. Then suddenly, they all just jink to the right. And there is still a car's width there, but to go up there on a race start, we're pretty brave. So that is massively improved over last year's game. Let's go again, see if we can do something a bit different here. That's a bit more like last year's game that time. Latifi diving up the inside there, but there's definitely an improved behaviour there overall. Can I sneak past Latifi here? What if you go side by side into here? Let's find out. Oh my word. Did give me a bit of room. Gonna squeeze him out. Okay, that seemed pretty fair. Schumacher there, getting a bit compromised by Albon. Let's see if we can capitalise on that. They don't seem to be using that much ERS on the start, interestingly. I'm burning my ERS and getting through them quite easily. Wow, mixed brake super late there, though. Oh, he's running deep. That's quite similar to last year. I'll show you that on the replay. Watch what Mick does here. He'll try and outbrake me. And then they tend to turn a bit too early and bounce over the curb, which is exactly what he's done. So that behaviour is largely similar to last year. Oh, scenic track limits there. On the pit exit. Track limits seem to be largely unchanged. We could find ourselves in a bit of a DRS straight here. Hit the curb a little bit too much, but all over Albon here. Should be easy. Again, they're not really using too much ERS, interestingly, to defend. Expected a similar situation to Mick. He's actually ended up dive bombing Gasly up ahead. That was a very similar thing to what Mick did previously. Can we get Gasly as well? We haven't got any ERS really to do this, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Do seem to have a good straight line speed. He's going to defend. Can I get to the inside? Only just. Oh, get it stopped, get it stopped. Okay, again, largely similar to last year. They actually backed off surprisingly there on the corner exit, but largely similar to last year. Nice, goes up. And interestingly, Vettel ran deep there. Was that a little mistake from Vettel? We didn't see that many mistakes from the AI last year. That was a mistake. A little lock-up. Now, we did see lock-ups last year. Now, I wonder if that's the new tyre model in this year's game. That effectively, when you step over the limit of grip of the tyre, it gives you less grip. So it should mean lock-ups are a bit more severe. Just try to stick with him nicely here. Get alongside him. That should be moved done. Bit of ERS there. Again, he's not really using any ERS. Well, he's coming back at me now. Can I hold it around the outside here? Got in deep. Yeah, nicely done. Of course, I'm currently against cars that I should be better than. So it's not that much of a surprise that I'm nailing them, really. Now, Vettel should be a sitting duck here. And once again, it's going to be similar to what I'm calling the Mick incident. He's going to dive bomb me. Just leave him a bit of room. And go straight around his outside. Again, that behaviour seems largely unchanged as far as I can see. And obviously, it is going to be an evolution rather than a revolution. But there's definitely been some improved behaviour. Mistakes definitely seems to be a bit more prominent, which is cool. Okay, coming out to the back of Valtteri Bottas now. Only half a second away. We're starting to get DRS. I'm going to should be able to get past Bottas here. We do seem pretty damn quick in a straight line. But burning the rears slightly more than the fronts. Again, very similar things. Just copy and paste, isn't it, into there. I'm going to try and go to the inside next time. Right, get up to... there's been a mistake behind. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Looks like Bottas just made a bit of whoopsie. Now, previously, the only real mistakes that made a difference was they went through a corner and booted the throttle. It was a very artificial way of them making mistakes. He did go full throttle there. Is that earlier than what Alonso did? No. Well, I'll tell you what, if that was an artificial mistake, they've made it a lot more natural. All right, let's try and get him down here. Oh, he's had a slide mix. Again, another little mistake. We're seeing a lot more mistakes from the AI, that's for sure. Leave him to the outside here. Going to try it around the outside. I'm going to give him a bit of room. No, he's going to back out of it. Again, that's largely similar behaviour to what they did last year. A lot of the AI are boxing now as well. Up to P3 now, but of course, a lot of people around us have boxed. There's a yellow flag again. And Aston Martin somewhere has had a spin. Oh, interesting. That didn't seem... I mean, bearing in mind, obviously, this is a work in progress game. This is an early access game. The AI behaviour is not final.
Okay, you're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Thank you, Mark. Boxing this lap. I was just about to check, but he just tells me anyway. Boxing this lap. So halfway through the race, we are going to box. I think that's the wisest decision. Schumacher's running a long one, interestingly. He does seem to be a little bit of variety in strategy, but again, not that dissimilar to last year. So last year's game, the Aston Martin was very light on its tyres. You'd almost always see the Aston Martins run longer than everybody else. And almost always what we saw as well was their teammate would box one lap and the other teammate would box the next lap. Again, not always, but most of the time. Always a tricky pit in this one. Very tight as you have to stick it to the inside. There we go. Here's the alternative. Here's the broadcast style pit stop. I quite like this. The only thing they've added for the immersive is the ability to turn into the pit box, which for me, I don't know, I quite like this. Especially if we're using that sort of overhead cam.
Really smooth. Ferrari, no doubt, very happy with that stop.
Bit of commentary as well. That's quite cool. We've got the last stint. Oh wait, am I on hard tyres? Hold on. Wait, I don't want to be on hard tyres. I think it's too late. I messed up, guys. I accidentally put on hard tyres. I forgot to change it. We'll have to roll with it and see how we get on. Interesting, it still makes you disable the pit limiter yourself, despite being in broadcast mode. I think it's going to be a case of defending. There's a lot more understeer in these hard tyres. All right, well, this actually ended up being quite a good test. We've seen enough overtaking. Let's do some defending. I'm not going to use any overtake here. I'm going to see what he's going to do. Okay, he's going to absolutely fly past me. He's gone to the inside. Can we get him straight back? Oh, he's very slow on the apex there, holding the apex. Try and get to the inside. Is he going to let me have it? No, he's not. Oh, I see that last minute move for defence there. That was awesome. There, he just turns right just a touch more. There, look. He just turns right as I turn left. Well, I should be able to nail him anyway. Which I do indeed. So once again, they only seem to attack if they're already alongside you. I think if they're... Previously, the way they attacked you would be... they would either get alongside you, like this. So we'll try it on the outside now, but realistically probably won't work. We tried out brake me, but then he'll probably back off of the exit, will he? Yeah, there you go. They tend to back off of the exit. The only other way that they try and overtake you would be if they think you've run a little bit deep, they just suddenly go for it. All right, come on, Alonso. What have you got? What have you got, buddy? What have you got? Okay, nothing down this straight. Oh, he's getting on me late. He's gone for it. He's gone for it. Little late dive bomb. But he had a spin. He has had a spin. I didn't expect that. I don't think he'd have done that last year's game. No, he wouldn't have. That is new behaviour. Unless they got alongside you, they wouldn't go for a move. So here... He's a number of meters back there, to be fair to him. Look, I mean, you can't even see my car. Look how far ahead I am there. He just sends it down the inside, catches me by surprise a little bit. He does end up clattering over the curb and bashing into me and spinning. But how's he going to move that? So what if I sort of go to the inside a bit here? Will he try it around the outside? Yes. Yes, he will. I don't know if that behaviour is new, to be fair. And he's gone for on the outside, but again, I think they back off a bit too much when they're on your outside. It's like Gazzy might get Alonso here. They're going to be side by side with each other, are they? Gazzy almost hits me there, trying to outbrake Alonso. They have lost a chunk there because they give each other room very neatly. And they've sort of doing it similar there. So I kind of wish they either didn't do that or they did do that with each other, if that makes sense. So you see there, I mean, yeah, they're going to catch back up to me now, but when they're fighting you, they back out a bit too easily. So it's kind of an odd compromise. Gazzy's not going to DRS on me here. Oh, Gazzy's gone deep there. Was that a mistake? What's happened there? Interesting again. Has he just locked up? He has. Yeah, again, look how straight they go when they lock up. That's brand new behaviour. I think that's mainly triggered by the new handling physics, if I'm being honest. But again, you know, important to stress, this is an early game. You know, any of this behaviour we see here might end up getting removed from the final game because they might deem it a bit too much. For example, we have seen quite a lot of lockups. Someone retiring, or was that a mistake? I think that's a mistake. Ocon has just had a spin there. Let's have a look what happened to him. Similar thing to Vettel earlier in the race. Yeah, quite similar. Again, I feel like perhaps we won't see this behaviour in the final game. They might decide, yeah, you know, with the new handling physics, that doesn't work. Same with the lockups. We're seeing the lockups be a lot more extreme. I hope they keep the lockup situation we're seeing. Now, what happens if we run a little bit deep into this next turn? What will he do? Let's find out. He has gone for it. He really has gone for a bit of contact, and he spins around, unfortunately. Yeah, just didn't really react very well, did he, to be come back into the racing line. Okay, we'll go again. I'm going to let him go for the inside. I'm going to try and hold it around the outside. Which I've managed to do. Again, they just back off, don't they? They back off way too easily. I kind of wish they didn't give you room. I think at this point, I don't deserve any room. Look at that. I'm not even halfway alongside him. He should have squeezed me out there. Doesn't seem to be using ERS, you know. What are you up to, Alonso? So he's got 63% charge. He's not using it. Is he going to save it for a bigger attack later in this lap? He's just turned it on there. How close is he going to be able to get to me down this straight then with some ERS usage? Well, he's closing in at a vast rate of knots. Is he going to be close enough? No, it didn't feel like he'd do a dive bomb there. Yeah, now he's using some ERS. Now he's using some ERS. I want to see if we can get them to hold it around the outside here. Yeah, you see, even then he's backed off. I gave him all the room in the world, and we still got through on him. I was purposely leaving him all the room in the world, look. All the room in the world. There was nowhere near getting squeezed out there, and he's still chosen to back out of it. Now, what I want to do here is see what if we go for a last-minute dive bomb. We're going to let him through. This is perfect for a last-minute dive bomb. They give me a bit of room there that time. I think that behaviour's changed. Have we got enough ERS to sneak him for the line? Oh, I got a penalty! I got a penalty! It's not going to matter. I wouldn't have got him anyway. Interesting. Okay, well, definitely a number of new behaviours we just observed there. The key one that I like is that they go deep when they lock up. Previously, they did lock up. I didn't feel like they locked up more than last year's game, just that it was making a bigger difference. We also saw a number of spins for a few different mistakes. I feel like that behaviour might be at least turned down, if not completely tuned out for the final game. Again, it's important to stress this is an early build, so this won't be the final AI, but this is a good indication of where they're at. Yeah, it just felt a bit over the top. You know, it just felt like they spun perhaps a bit too much on the exit there, and they've been a bit lazy with catching it, but maybe that was supposed to happen. In terms of battling us, we saw quite similar behaviour for the most part. If you're side by side with them on the inside, they will break later and try and dive bomb you, but they will turn in too early and bounce over the curb and sometimes bounce into you. If they're on the outside, they will always back off pretty much. We saw a number of times there Alonso, just when he was on my outside, he just backed off. We did see them dive bomb me once into turn one, which does seem to be brand new behaviour, which was really, really cool to see them do that. And on the start as well, they seem to be a bit more aggressive. So you could still get up the inside, but they definitely seem to use a bit more of the trap, particularly up into that turn 3 of Austria, which is one that was always known for very easily being able to dive bomb them. So definitely some new and improved behaviour there. I think, to be honest, it's mainly the handling physics that suggested how they race. Other than that, just using, a bit more track. I did also notice I seem to be given a bit more room when I was up the inside, right at the end there when we dive bomb Fernando. Previously, they tended to just turn in on you, just pretend you weren't there. It did seem to be that had been reduced. In previous games, it was when you dive them last minute. So if you weren't alongside them at the start of the braking zone, they just wouldn't give you room. Even if by the end of the braking zone, you were fully level with them, they still just wouldn't give you room. They just turn in on you. That didn't seem to happen with this game. So there's definitely some improved behaviour there, which is really awesome to see. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.